Hello, welcome to Tae Kwon Do Training. I'll be your instructor for today's show, Bob Lemire. Joining me on today's show, great friend of mine from way back, maybe 35, close to 40 years. We fought together at tournaments, and we've gotten back together over the years to do either training or try to get some special things going, which we want to do in the future. Major Battle. Nice to meet you again there, Major. Major lives in the Boston area. So we traveled here, and what he's going to do is he's going to show us some of his techniques. Major's a great champion many years ago. How many years ago, Bob?
Oh, man, close to about maybe 15, probably even 20 years
20
longer.
years, maybe 15, 20, 30 years
30
ago.
years
You were still fighting.
still
That's
fighting.
what, so, and he's still training, great shape. What we're going to do is, before we start showing you some of his great moves that he would win championships with, we're going to show you just a quick clip. And this clip is probably about 38 years ago, Major and I fighting each other, just young kids. And just so you can see some of the technique and how great and fast this man was. So if we could roll those that film, it'd be great to just watch a little of this fight. Well, that was 58 seconds of three 3-minute rounds. So that was just a little taste of the beatings we hit each other with. I think it was the first round my nose was broken. I used to have a cute little nose. It's gone. And then Major would take his axe kick. The axe kick was one of your...
That was one of my favorite kicks. One of my favorite kicks.
And I can see your reverse round kick was one of your favorite kicks.
That was one of my favorite ones.
So what we're going to do is Major's going to show you the axe kick, maybe front round kick, and reverse round kick. Got a lot of points with those kicks.
Yes,
you got a lot of points.
Those are like a gimme kicks, gimme.
Right. So what we'll do is I'm going to have a pad here. So Major, maybe what you can do is say we're going to do the axe kick.
Okay.
All right? Right from the stance, right from your hands.
Okay.
Maybe just explain to everyone at home what we.
One thing, on the leading leg, sometimes if you catch a person as they're coming in, if you're flexible enough, you can come around the shoulder, pow, hit down. Or you can go straight up and down as they come in, pow, down like that. Or again, you can come around the shoulder. I really don't like doing this one, but for the sake of doing it, pow, you come up and around the shoulder and straight down. The stuff. Another one is when you want to fake from here, pow, you fake. Now as you fake, inside, down, like that. So again, from here, I want to fake first, bang. Hopefully my opponent will freeze. As he freezes at that moment, wham. Of course, when I come in close, you close the distance, you either throw a reverse punch or you tie up. One of the techniques, which is good with the axe kick. But again, when you make sure you fake, you have to practice. Sometimes it's good to just practice, just fake it, 1, 2, as if you're going to sprint, pow, and then pow, down like that.
Now, when you're going to do an axe kick straight on, do you ever do the chamber, or do you constantly?
Sometimes I chamber. It depends on if the person how close he is. Because a lot of times I like to use it for distance to reach a person.
Right.
But if they're coming in, if I could chamber and get the timing right as I come in, pow, down. But you want to make sure you're flexible, that you don't pull no hamstring muscles or anything like that. Believe me, I have pulled one, and they're not nice. So from here, if I'm coming in, if they're closing the distance, I try to get it up. Or as I'm coming up, I may be able to hit them, bang, bang, twice. Underneath the chin and then coming down.
No, because I remember the axe kick. We fought twice, maybe 2 years separate of each other. And that axe kick come out of nowhere, right on my nose the first time. I'm like, where did that come from? And it's funny because I wasn't a big axe kick guy myself.
Right.
Being I'm a little shorter. Right. And an axe kick, if you're a taller guy, you got the reach and you go after. Then the second fight definitely broke my nose first round. And I'm like, as I'm fighting, my nose is all over the place.
And I didn't even know it.
No, I know. I can't let you know that.
I didn't even know it, and I'm sitting there like.
I'm saying, this guy with my nose. But anyway, so when you're, what do you do for stretches for that axe kick that you?
Stretches, what I do, I try to touch my toes like this to stretch out the back area and everything. A lot of side stretches, sort of like this. And I want to show you this way. So from here, I'm coming down, stretch out like down here and stuff, my hamstrings. In here, this way here. And then also lifting up my leg.
Just
1,
stretch,
2, 3, 4. Then I do a circular motion.
Right.
1, 2, and then also outside, like that.
Right. Because that right there, once you pull that muscle back there, that takes forever.
It takes forever, and I did it. I did it.
I know
and
you
believe me,
did.
I couldn't run, so if someone
No.
was chasing me, a dog was chasing me, I was going to get.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, from what they say, is if you you don't pull the muscle, you really stretch the muscle, or you tear the muscle.
You tear the muscle.
You get a scar.
Yes.
They say there's a scar, and that makes your muscle tighter. So you get a lot of these scars, your muscles are going to get tighter and tighter because those are the scars that are healing.
Right.
Yeah. So that was probably one of your best kicks.
Yes. I love that kick.
You would knock
Still
people
do
out.
it.
And you what are you looking for? Like when you want to
When I
hit.
try to do it, it depends on the tournament because sometimes they don't want excessive contact.
Right.
And there's some tournaments they did ban the kick from a former champion from my school.
Yeah.
Went there and so when I do it, I try to land either on the head or the top or the face, but I try to flatten out the foot where it doesn't do too much damage where I want to really hurt the person. Yeah. If I don't hit the head or in the facial area, chest area.
Right.
Like that.
Because I know if you hit, it's such a powerful kick because what's happening, you're a powerful guy. Right. You go up and you're coming down. Gravity's pulling you down, and so is in your muscles.
Right.
So you just go up fast and let it come down with your pulling motion. Boy, the power. People say, wow, it doesn't look like much power. But the power in that kick, because I would imagine hitting the clavicle.
The clavicle, right. And there was actually one time I got into an altercation, and it actually worked. I hit the clavicle.
Yeah.
Look, but the fight was over.
Right.
I left and everything like that.
Yeah,
but, at the time being attacked.
Yeah. All right, so that's the axe kick. Front round kick?
Front round kick, yes.
Now, the front round kick is, especially when we were fighting, if you had a big, loud bang to the person's chest area, you got a point. So when you did that front round kick, you were going for full force to hit the chest, and then you get a point. You get a point.
Yes.
So you'd try to get as much speed and power into that kick. So front round kick.
Front roundhouse kick. Okay, from here, bang. You want to come across. So I want to make sure my knee and my foot's parallel to the ground, like this. As I'm pivoting on my foot, my left foot's going to pivot to the outside, come around, and across, like that. From here, around, across, like that. There's also another one where it's 45-degree angle kick, too, where it goes up, bang. But at that last minute, you turn your hip over to get the power. The power is from your hip and the velocity of how fast you can turn. So if you practice something sort of like this, you, like that, and stuff. Back way, if I was doing it the other side here, that way you see my hip turn over, pow. At that last moment of impact, I want my hip, bang, turn over, like that. Same time, I want my hands up, cover down, elbows down, and everything, protecting my ribs.
One more time.
Sure. Here, pow.
Now, you're going to notice after we do that front round kick, you definitely notice he chambers, comes back, and then he's ready to go again. Almost after he did the kick, he might want to be in this position to do a reverse round kick. Well, always being, I always tell my students and tell everyone, always finish your kick like you're going to do another kick.
Do another kick, yes.
Right? Never, you notice, Major, didn't go boom. You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't just drop. You can't do that. You got to kick, be ready again, and your feet are just, they're ready to go. All right? That's why I know Major was so successful because of his speed. He had tremendous speed and stretch, and the techniques that you use. When you're doing, like, say, front round kicks, and someone wants to, and as I say, front round kicks probably one of the best for scoring.
Yes.
What do you do? Just 10 at a time, go up and back down?
I probably go up and down the floor 10
yeah.
times. Then I have people, as they come in, I move back, but I also go right back in. And that's working on the footwork at the same time.
Right.
So in and out,
Right.
in
It's
and
the
out.
footwork, right.
If they move over to the side, bang. Move over here, bang.
Right.
Because every time when you're fighting, you want to, again, like you said, you want to be in that position of when you be able to do another kick. As if you have to do another kick. If you come in close and you can't kick anymore, don't forget about our hands. The punch.
Right. And when we're doing, say what I want to show them some of your, just a little footwork, maybe a step in front round kick.
Okay.
Which foot you want to kick?
I'll do it with this one.
All right.
Right?
So
from
if he
here,
wants to step in,
I step in, bang, or flip, and then a hop. Just a hop.
Yeah.
Or I could do something like this. 1, 2, back, and then bang. Right in, like that. Or again, I could fake, as if I'm faking here. Turn, move back, off the back leg. Because now my opponent, if I fake like this, he might decide he wants to come in. As he comes in, bang.
You're catching him.
I'm catching him as he's coming in.
Did you like the front round or the 45?
I like the front round better. The 45, you had to worry about people's elbows and hitting your instep and your toes. I mean, you could score with it if you're quick enough and fast enough and perfect timing, but I like the roundhouse kick much better.
For power.
For power
Yeah.
and stuff, and I had the flexibility, and if I could time it right, I could catch someone.
Right.
Like that.
And as Major mentioned, you're kicking as hard as you can, especially in tournament action. And when we were in tournaments, you could wait 10 hours before you fought your first fight. And after you fought your first fight, 3-minute rounds, which is an awful lot, you might fight 5 more times in a row.
Yes.
You're fighting 5 times in one night, different people, and everyone's
So like King of the Hill.
So what happens is, first fight, even though you might be all over the person, break your toe the first fight. I've seen people with toes flopping
all the way, and I've been on the receiving of broken toes. There was one time when I didn't even know, I thought my jaw was broken, and I got hit real hard, and I think it was from you.
No. I know.
First fight, and I'm like,
we got a whole story with that.
But it wasn't him, actually. It wasn't broken, thank God.
Yeah, that's funny. And the thing is, so you want to, you're sparring, going back and forth. All of a sudden, you see an opening, and as he said, you hit an elbow. Now, the elbow's nice and hard, and your little toes just start cracking. And it's like if I come up in here, boom. So a lot of times when we would spar, you make sure the elbows are here. So let them throw their kicks come in here, and you just boom. And all of a sudden it's like, and if it ain't your toes, this could be your instep.
It could be your instep.
It could be anything. And the pain is phenomenal.
And the pain, yes.
And no one cares.
Yes. No one cares. No one cares. The match continues.
Your coach doesn't care. No one cares. Just get out there. You'll be all right. All right. That's so funny. All right. So we did an axe kick. We did a front round kick. We're gonna do a reverse round kick.
Okay. Or how about
a spin kick?
Spin kick?
Yeah. Whatever kick you wanna.
We'll kick.
Okay.
And
It's funny because you're gonna watch Major's kick here.
From here, I'm doing it on both legs. So from here, again, sometimes your opponent might be coming in. You might time it right, and you catch them.
Knock them right out.
Knock them right out from here. So right from here, you bang. Now remember, I keep my hands in. Think of it as a ice skater. When they start spinning around, they keep their arms in. and down, and then keep spinning. From here, they spin real fast. Yeah. Pow.
If you just saw the beginning of the show, the 50 is a 60-minute clip. Major must have thrown, I would say you threw about 4 or 5, even in that just clip.
Right.
I bet you the whole fight.
I miss all the time.
You must have thrown 10. No, if you would have caught me with any one of them, knocked me right out. There's just no way. Especially you had a nice jump reverse round kick. So you call it a wheel kick, I call it a reverse round kick. Different schools have the same kick, and my instructor would say, do reverse round kick, Grandmaster Mu Young Lee.
Yes.
And other schools say, do wheel kick. What was the other one we were calling?
Wheel kick, axe kick. Sometimes they call it pit kick.
Yeah.
Wheel kick, spinning hook kick.
Spinning hook kick, yeah.
But there's actually 2 variants. There's the straight leg one and the hooking one.
The hook one, right.
The hooking one's mainly the one they use for tournaments. The straight leg one, it's slower, but it's powerful.
It's powerful, yeah.
You can catch probably the average person if
Right.
they're coming in and you catch them right.
The average,
Again,
yeah.
timing and everything.
Yeah.
But
when we did, now the reverse round kicks we were doing, because my school in Pelham and Lawrence, boy, when we sparred, reverse round kick was the kick you wanted to do.
Right.
And so you got so used to watching the person's eyes and body movement that whenever he did a reverse round kick and would have knocked me right out, if you saw the film, I come down here. We would practice this motion and then come straight up.
Yes.
Then come straight up. And I marvel at how fast he was, and I got out of the way because you would have knocked me right out. A reverse round kick, watch. And if you do a reverse round kick, you can have the whole instep or the heel.
Or the heel.
You get hit with the heel, might as well have a bat come over and whack you in the head.
Knock you out. Exactly.
Knock you out. And even the instep's gonna put you down.
And the instep
Right.
will put you down.
Right.
So, and I'll do it off the right leg. So from here again, just a little higher. From here again. Pow. Okay, but as I do it, pow, I'm hitting with the flat part of my foot.
The flat
okay?
part, yep.
Pow. Now with the heel and straight leg, slower but much more powerful.
Now, you've kept a lot of your stretch.
Yes.
Okay, but you never stopped.
No. I only stopped once I became a family man and married.
Right, but you still made sure you did some stretching. You never just completely stopped.
No.
And I think a martial artist, we just can't stop.
No.
If you've gone as far as we have.
Longevity.
Especially being
Fountain
a
of
national.
youth.
Can you just explain a couple of championships you've won around the area? Or?
I won the state championship here in Boston. I want to say about 11 or 12 times, state championships. I won the ITF national championship. I don't remember the exact year because all the trophies and medals are right now down in my basement when I first moved into my house. I fought in a lot of top-notch tournaments and won around the country, California, New York, Chicago, Florida, all over. And
yeah, you were going up the East Coast.
oh yeah, I was going
you were
all
going up the
and
East
down,
Coast, and
you
they
know,
were just hit.
best competition was up in New York.
Yeah.
A lot of schools were there.
of
A lot of tournaments there.
Right.
And everything was there. A lot of students, and I learned a lot. I fought in different tournaments, Tae Kwon Do tournaments, regular karate tournaments, point tournaments. Point tournaments where after you score a point, you stop. It's good for timing and everything, and it's good for develop movement, so that way you know how to time something right. Full contact tournament is continuously. Those were my favorites because you kept going on and you went at it and stuff. And we fought in a time when they didn't even have headgear. If you remember.
At one point, no headgear at all.
No headgear whatsoever.
And what would happen is, and I think it was Florida, we would fight on a hardwood floor like this. No headgear. We were pads, right?
Just wore the pads
Yeah.
and instep. You had to wear the cup, which was mandatory. Insteps and shin pads.
Right.
They were quite mandatory, but people still wore them.
Right. And no headgear. And I guess in Florida was one of the first, from what I understand, a reverse round kick knocked the kid out. Now, the reverse round kick hit him in the head. That didn't hurt him as much as when he went out and he hit his head on the floor.
Yes.
They said blood was everywhere, cracked his skull, and they said, uh-oh, we got a problem.
Yes.
Because it's this type of floor. It's not matted floor.
Matted floor. And it was trying to get into the Olympics at the time.
Oh, yeah. So you can't have people dying.
Dying.
And I guess it happened more than once. And then they had, what was funny, they had just a little
Just
wrap.
a little round.
And the little wrap was, and I fought.
We had
we had the little rap.
He kept flipping it off my head.
I kept flipping it off.
He gave me the secret. He told me, yeah, I kept flipping it off your head. I said, yeah, I noticed that.
Well, no. The thing is, if you caught your opponent in the head, you get 2 points. I think.
Yes.
Or
yes.
1 point.
No, yes,
And I got to a point where if I come up and hit him in the head, the things didn't fit. So the thing would go pop, pop. So every time someone saw a pop, I get 2 points. Even if I just touched you.
Yeah, you got 2 points, and I was laughing.
Wow, I like this.
Yeah.
And I could watch them. I'd hit them in the head, and I go, oh, I don't even have to touch this kid. That thing ain't fitting. 90% of the films we had, you're putting that helmet.
I'm putting the helmet back on. I'm like, this helmet won't fit.
But now they got helmets with
now,
that. With
yes,
the
the
thing.
helmet with the strap on. You have to wear the mouthpiece and.
Oh,
they have,
yeah,
like,
you're
a
dressed
whole
to the
bunch of
hilt,
gear.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
Dressed, they want to keep it really safe. and everything.
Well, it's good. I mean, you're not there to kill each other.
Right.
But those were the tough days.
Tough days, yeah, tough days. And the fight was really continuous, too, where you went at it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you had the crowd. I mean, you had people in the crowd, oh, knock him off and do this and stuff.
And that was just normal.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
normal. It's normal.
Yeah, people watch that today and they go, wow, that was like, it's almost like closed fist fighting that you see it on the streets.
Right, that you see. And believe it or not, I remember when we fought twice, I never really heard the crowd. And
No,
people
never.
yelling, but I'm just focusing on the
Right,
fight. It was like
yeah.
we was in our own dimension.
Well, if you don't focus on your opponent, you're going to get knocked out.
You're gonna get knocked out.
You better just look at him and nothing else matters
else,
at all.
right.
All right, so that's nice. Reverse round kick. How about a fake and then the reverse round kick?
Yeah.
Just a swap.
Yeah,
Show 'em
and
that.
again, from here, you want to work on the fake as if you're sprinting. Bang.
Right,
But make
right.
sure when you turn, you be ready to bang. You turn it sideways, so that way you don't want to show 'em too much with your shoulder.
Right.
But then when you turn, bang. From there. So from here, you fake. As he decides to come in, bang.
Right, and you're keeping the momentum. He's not when he's turning and being straight to his opponent.
Right.
He's got and he knows he's going there. He knows it's going to be a fake, so you can get the momentum going.
Right,
you know?
right.
And
Yep.
just watch if you can. Yep. Boom.
Bang.
Right.
Boom.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When you're doing that, your feet, your heels never touch the ground.
Right.
As you're turning like this, you're boom, boom. Then you're going. You're taking everything is a momentum. It's a momentum. And then this is a little more advanced. So those are the three main techniques
techniques that you do. I mean, and if you want to add a hand technique, because a lot of people say, well, it doesn't have no hand technique, they don't do nothing. But once you come in close of your opponent, you can bang, bang.
Right.
You can tie up. You can also, with the elbow, push. And as he goes back, pow, you pop him, but you move back too.
Right.
Even though you might score, they hear the chest protector.
Yeah.
But it's also good.
It's all boom. Into
Boom.
chest protector, yeah.
But it's also good to know that way if you're in a real fight situation, you come in close, you
Oh,
back
yeah.
off. Bang, guy comes in again, kill him again.
The thing is with the hands, see, Tae Kwon Do, kicking out, and most of your points are going to be scored at a tournament kicking. I'm guaranteed most of your points. Maybe a punch here and there. Punching after throwing these kicks, high kicks and spinning kicks, punching is so easy that it's like almost boring.
Right,
It's like
right.
I don't even want to waste that energy. I want you to see my kicks.
Right.
And I want to be,
Exactly. You
Because
want
what's this?
flashy, kicking, and
yeah.
everything. And
Someone
that's
wants
what
to go in the ring
people-
like-
Right.
yeah.
That's what people want to see.
Right,
They
yeah.
want to see the flash.
Well, that's Tae Kwon Do.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Tae Kwon Do.
Yes.
So when you we got 3 minutes left. See how quickly that went by?
Wow.
we
I
could
never
be,
did this before, huh?
We could be here for hours, Major and myself. The stretching is one of the most important things we can do.
Yes.
When you start out, or these kicks, you could be great at these kicks, and you say, "Wow!" Then all of a sudden, as we say, you pull a muscle, or you strain a muscle, you tear a muscle. Boy, you're down for weeks. So stretching is one of the main important things that we need to do when we start Tae Kwon Do or any sport. I see football players, they hardly stretch sometimes.
Yep.
Basketball. And then all of a sudden, they're wondering why
They're injured and all the time.
they're injured all the time. You got to stretch. And then you got to cool down. When you're done working out, say an hour or whatever, light cool down and do some more stretching. You'll be so happy you did, especially when you get older. And your hips, you know, a lot of people when they get older, their hips are gone and
Hip
they're
replacement,
walking.
Their knees.
Their knees. I mean, granted, from the injuries we've had,
Right.
I'm sore all the time.
I'm sore all the time. I have a little twinge in my knee.
Yeah.
I could get over it, but I stretch out. And, you know, when I warm up, when I'm kicking, I kick slow first
Right.
until I go full blast.
Right.
And probably after 15, 20 minutes, then I can probably start putting more into it.
Start getting the feel. And you can still throw those kicks because you never stop stretching.
Right.
All right. I don't have half the stretch I did when I was younger, but I still have a great stretch.
Right.
You know, I'm 65 years old, so for 65 years old, the split isn't there like I used to have. And you know the splits. I've seen
know the
Major in midair kicking 2 boards with a split, and I'm going, this kid had it. He had it all.
Yes.
But even though you get older, you still get,
You
know,
still,
you-
yeah.
you're just
you still
moving.
get- and
keep
I mean, you don't have to kick as hard or high. You know,
No.
you can just start off kicking low, bang, bang,
Yeah, yeah.
bang, and they also work.
See, we consider high that.
Right. We
high
consider
is this. High is yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
High is
You and
this.
me.
You know, but I mean, in a real situation,
Right.
I'm not going to kick all
You
that
don't have
high
to.
unless it came out of nowhere and
Right.
it just happened.
Right. You didn't have to. Major, that's all the time we had.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to do another show. You'll see Major again. Maybe we'll do some of the hand techniques.
Yes.
All right.
Definitely.
And until next time, have fun and train hard.